again for the second year.
Thank you very much.
And congratulations for the second edition of the Canadian Film Festival jointly with the National University of Singapore. And here we are, we'd like to ask you, how do you feel about the satisfaction of hosting the second edition?
Well, we've had an absolutely fabulous time. And the opportunity to work with NUS and the Office of the Alumni Relations has just been tremendous. And we had a full house. We've sold out again this year for all 5 performances. And we just finished our first night here, our opening night. And again, it was a lot of fun, which we knew it would be with all the community here, the NUS community and the Canadian community. So we've had a wonderful time. It's a great way of bringing people together, and a little window into a bit of Canadian culture. And Singaporeans find out that Canadian culture and Singaporean culture are not that different.
And also, what's your message for this second edition, of this Canadian Film Festival? I mean, you selected all 5 of them, or 6.
Yes.
And what's the message behind this year?
Well, I don't think there's one single message, but I think the message generally is the more we get to know each other, the more the stronger the relationship becomes. The more that we realize that we do have some differences, but we have tremendous similarities, and we have a great amount that we can kind of learn from each other and appreciate the differences between ourselves. So I think tonight the fact that people had a good time, they laughed all the way through the Seducing Dr. Lewis, the film that we were showing tonight. I think that's really a common element. So we see the world the same way. We appreciate the humor in the world, and I think that really draws us closer together.
This collaboration with NUS right now, is there any consideration to extend the term for the Canadian Film Forum in the next couple of years more?
Well, we love to do it. We love to do it year by year. We have Research in Motion. RIM is sponsoring us again this year, and I'm sure they'd be happy to sponsor us again next year. So, I unfortunately, my term will likely end this summer, but my successor, I'm sure, is going to try and keep the tradition alive. And we've had a great couple of years. We've had great turnout, great support from the community. So we'd love to continue doing it and make this an annual event if we can.
What's going to happen with the rest of the coming months? Will there be more festivals, or should I say more cultural events which the Canadian High Commission will be organizing here in Singapore?
Well, we have a very active Canadian Association and a very active Chamber of Commerce. Yeah, so we have on average, I would say, maybe 1 event per month, sometimes more than that. We have a big Canadian ball. We call it the Maple Leaf Ball. It's usually attended by 300 or 400 people. We just finished last month Canadian Day at the Races, where we take a few hundred people out to the Singapore Turf Club to watch the horses run, and we give away the Canada Cup. So we have events like that sort of bring Canadians in Singapore. We have 6,000 or 7,000 Canadians here in Singapore. Give them a chance to come together, and also give them a chance to again be integrated into Singapore society. So, I mean, we have a great time here in Singapore, and again, we have so many Singaporean friends. It's a real treat to have Canadians and Singaporeans together at these events.